The fetching scales for Feebas Event is here in Pokopia. It's a short one, but there's a few things you should know. Hey YouTube, welcome back to a brand new video. Just a quick video today going over the latest event in Pokemon Pokopia. There's probably not too much you don't know, but there are a few things that may benefit you. So if this sounds like fun, be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new here, and let's get into it. So today's the day the fetching scales for Feebas Event has joined Pokopia if you've updated. If it's not appearing for you, just make sure your game is running the latest version and your clock is set to the right time just temporarily to make sure it triggers the event. If all is correct, you should see Feebas outside of a Pokemon Center. It won't work in the Bubbly Basin Poke Center, so it's not a thing on the DLC, but we will come back round to that in a second. So head to a Poke Center that you've rebuilt in any region and you will see Feebas, who will introduce the event. In short, all you have to do is collect Prism Scales, and as you probably guessed, you head to Dream Islands. I completed this event in about half an hour, so it's a very quick one, mostly because there's less items than usual, and in my experience I seem to find more on the Dream Island the first time around than I have previously. Anyway, head to any Dream Island, hunt around for Prism Scales, you'll find them on the beach. If you find there's not many there, be sure to look in the water as well because they do spawn underwater. What's more, a very interesting detail is despite it not being a thing in Bubbly Basin or the DLC, you can still use the Starmie doll to go to the underwater island, and you will find them on the seabed as well. I found just as many on this island as I did on a normal Dream Island. Anyway, you should get anywhere between 50 and 60 plus scales from any given Dream Island, and that is all you need. You need 60 scales to get one of each item. The items are as followed: the beach volleyball set, which costs 15 Prism Scales, the sand bed, which costs 10 Prism Scales, the swim ring, which is 5 Prism Scales, the big swim ring, which is 10 Prism Scales, the floating lantern, which is 10 Prism Scales, and the cooler, which is also 10 Prism Scales, adding up to 60 Prism Scales in total if you just want one of each item. Of course, you might want to make multiple trips over the next couple of weeks to get duplicate items or just store these scales like I do. It's kind of a fun thing to have in storage. Anyway, once you've got the scales and you've redeemed the items from Feebas, once he's gone into the Poke Center, there's not too much left to do in the event, although there are 2 habitats you can build using these items. The first is of course a habitat for when Feebas finishes the event and wants to live somewhere. That is the exciting beach and is made up of the bed and the big swim ring. Placing those 2 together will activate the habitat. But the exciting one is, and probably a reason why we have less items than usual, is because we're getting a bonus Pokemon, of course, the evolution Milotic. And all you need to do to get the habitat for Milotic is place the beach volleyball set, the cooler, and the small swim ring. Placing these will activate the habitat, and literally within a few minutes, if you kind of walk away and gather some materials or something and come back, Milotic will spawn in and straight away you can befriend it. Unfortunately, there's no secrets to this event like in the past with like photo filters or anything. It's literally just the 6 items and the 2 Pokemon. Of course, you have to wait for the event to finish before you can invite Feebas, but it's pretty cool even though it is a bit of a quick event. That said, I welcome any new items. It was fun to play through, and it's great for those of you building like beach scenes and builds and things like that. Once again, the only thing to note is it doesn't work in the DLC, but you can go to the Starmie Dream Island if you want to. So there we have it. The event runs from today, August 13th through to August 28th, and that's pretty much there is to it. Let me know if you enjoyed this event, if you bought one of each item, and if you've already found Milotic. I'd love to know. And let me know how many scales you found on any given Dream Island. I'd love to compare them to see if one gives more than another. But that's it for this video. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like on the way out. I'd really appreciate it, and don't forget to subscribe.